everybody and welcome to the Flute Practice. It is day 27 of this Flute Bootcamp series, and today we are going to be looking at some more trills. We are going to be doing this in a slightly unusual place. We are going to Taffanel and Gaubert, but we are not going to the daily exercise. We are actually going to the second book of their complete set. So I'm going to be posting a link to this below. It is available online for free, so you can go to that, check it out and follow. So this whole chapter is really great, and I really encourage you guys to really work through it. In the beginning they talk about these kind of cross fingerings, which is really interesting and really cool if you want a place to find like those tricky nasty little fingerings. There it is. The page after that, I've got it on page 60 of this book, but I'll have to check the actual link. Basically it looks like this. So we've got all these little trills and these little trill exercises that we can go through. Also just isolating special or specific trills. So the first line, we are dealing with really the difference between those C trills. So we've got the low C, which is the first trill key, and then the high C, which is the second trill key. So, you know, really just testing that. So we've got... The next line, we are once again dealing with those differences in trills. So we've got this D flat to E flat trill at the bottom. Then the top one, which is both. And so on and so forth. This exercise moves. It really takes you through some nasty trills. We've got the Ds. And as I was saying in the last trill video, you know, practicing those little resolutions at the end, really useful, and really practicing them in this kind of a melody, really helpful. It's a bit nasty, so if you're getting stuck somewhere, just slow it right down, take it back to what you can manage and a level that you are comfortable with. The next exercise on that page, it sort of changes a little bit, is also really quite a lot of fun. We are really practicing kind of like those trills that kind of run after each other, which does actually happen in some of our concertos. Gaubert concertos, happens in the Reinecke concerto in the last movement, are just some examples where we have to like get very proficient at these little trills. So we've got... quite a lot of fun. Guys, if you know you are really getting to grips with this trilling, what he talks about in this book, which is really great, is really measuring how many trills you have in each note. This can be a really useful, practical, good idea when you are just learning to really control these fingers. Because what tends to happen is we just kind of don't have a plan and we just somehow go for it. So if you want to first, before you even get into this exercise, maybe just practice on each note, really trilling 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, or 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I cannot say that fast. That is pretty insane. Anyway, you can probably trill it. So in other words, you're thinking, or, so I think I was doing 8 there on those, you know, yeah, 8 on each of those notes, so that you're really controlling how many trills you do on each of those notes, that you are really sure that your fingers are absolutely controlled, and also that your trills are even, so that you're not having some trills that are like, you know, that kind of a thing, where some of the trills you're struggling with and some of them you are perfectly fine with. We really want to make sure that all of our trills are absolutely equal and even. And I'm going to send you back to that first trill video we did. If you are still struggling with these trills, to go back to that one and just go back down to that process that we did of just, you know, really checking each one of our little trills, making sure they are on point and even. If you are more advanced, you're more experienced, I really encourage you, work through this book. There's some nice etudes in this book with trills and whatnots in them, which is really fantastic for getting those trills under control and being able to really use them, you know, freely and at your will. Until then, everyone, happy practicing, happy trilling, and see you tomorrow.